What you doing? eBay kits?
Yeah, eBay. Yeah. At the time, I don't even remember it. You know, I mean, I think Turbonetics was out at the time and stuff, but you know, Turbonetics was pretty big, but I couldn't afford that. You know, so to me, it was like an eBay turbo kit was, you know, I think $500 at the time.
Was CX Racing still a thing?
CX Racing, yep, that was them.
Yeah, CX Racing, I remember.
Yeah, they would put them budget, you know, China turbo kits. I mean, hey, I can't really knock it. I mean, for dollar for what you got, it did its job. You know, it didn't last too long, but you know, they worked.
Do you think that maybe today's turbo kits from eBay are better than what they were back then?
They are, and I think a part of it is just the way technology has came to. You know, I mean, not trying to knock so much, but they're, you know, they had advanced as well. Over the years. But I mean, there's plenty of people that are still running. I mean, you know, obviously they took a different round. They're, you know, more serious into the racing, but like Kyle from Boosted Boys, they've always, their entire YouTube channel, you look at it from when they started up until like a couple years ago. They're always running like, you know, eBay knockoff turbos, and they work. I mean, look at his EK hatch. I think he went like 10s or even 9s on an eBay turbo. I mean, can you really knock it?
It's crazy.
You know, on a budget sometimes.
I wonder, but you know, sometimes I think maybe it's just because some of these people that are, or the companies that are making some of these parts, they're like doing side jobs or something like that. You know, maybe they're like making the parts, or they're getting, you know, how like the materials and still making them and just selling them cheaper or something like that, because they can technically.
Listen, I don't want to say too much, and I'm not going to expose any companies, but all I can say is a lot of the companies and a lot of the manufacturers that you see out here selling these products, not all, but the majority of the stuff is produced in China and then sent over here.
I've heard this plenty of times, but then it's like not everything is 100% made in the U.S.
No, absolutely.
You know, so there has to be some involvement for some of those parts to kind of be manufactured, because we can't get everything here, and also the cost is going to be probably a lot higher.
And don't get me wrong, I mean, there's still a lot that's being manufactured here in the U.S.
Right, but
there are the companies that are producing parts that are, you know, outsourcing from overseas. I mean, it's the name of the game. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, we live in a society now where, like, you know, everyone's having, not everyone, but the majority of us middle class, like, we're all, you know, hurting for money. You know, it is what it is. Like, everything is cost and everything is up. You know, there's no denying that. So sometimes we do tend to budget, and when you go budget or try to take some shortcuts, I guess, so to speak, you know, you're going to look elsewhere, and there's just no competition overseas. Like, we can't make anything here in the USA compared to what they can overseas. Quality might not be the same, but there's still, even me, I'll be the first one to admit it. I run a lot of knockoff parts. I pick and choose. I know what I can get away with and what I can't. But me personally, I have all these high horsepower builds. There's still a lot of knockoff parts.
Like give me an example of some knockoff parts.
All right, one that my Evo. Okay. The latest blue Evo that I had, other than this one, the one right before, or the carbon one. The 2 blow-off valves on there, I was running a dual blow-off valve system. They were both, and they even stamp tile right on it. And it's knockoff eBay blow-off valves.
Yo, that's with the tile on it?
Yeah, with the tile on it.
Oh, man.
You go on eBay right now and you type in tile wastegate, let's say, whatever, 44 millimeters, 60, even wastegates. I mean, whatever you want. The wastegates, blow-off valves I've seen. That's why you got to be real careful on the used marketplace. You got to know what you're looking for.
And it's identical.
You put them side by side, you can see the slight differences in the billet casting. So if they're side by side.
Okay.
If you're on marketplace searching for a blow-off valve or a wastegate, and unless you know what you're looking at, like I have the experience because I've already dealt with the both in my hands.
Right.
I can distinguish the two, but your typical ordinary person that's looking to build their car and they're trying to, you know, budget and look for used parts, they'll see the tile on and think it's like a real tile blow-off valve or something, and it's really a knockoff. So, you know, you got to be careful. Do they work? I've ran it. Thankfully, luckily, I've never had any failures with them, except for like a small leak in one over the course of like 2 years.
Okay.
But, I mean, you're also paying like $50 brand new for this blow-off valve.
What?
So, you know, and again, I'm not telling everyone now that don't mistake this for me saying go and buy your knockoff blow-off valve. you know. But again, if you're on a budget, there's certain parts that you can, you know, cheap out on.
Why
and
did
they'll
you
work.
choose why choose the blow off valve to cheap out on though? Is it because you don't feel like you should pay a lot of money for it, or?
I'll be honest. What led me to do that at first was I needed a blow off valve. The one that the actual Tile Authentic didn't have it in stock. And it was at the time, for whatever reason, couldn't get my hands on it for like 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
So I tried to look at other options, and I went on eBay and happened to find a knockoff. And I said, you know what, for now, let me get this. I'll try it. And then when the authentic one comes in, I'll just swap them out. I ran it just to, you know, test it. Like, you know, a lot of people know, like, I have no problem testing parts out. Like, I'll be the guinea pig. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Like, I've never been, and I could thank my father for it, I've never been like much of a follower and do everything that I see someone else doing. You know, I'll take bits and pieces and knowledge and learn from it, but I like to pay my own way. I like to try my own thing. So if there's something new that someone has an idea and hasn't tested it, I'll grab it and run with it.
Yeah.
And I'll try it. A lot of the times it doesn't always work. You know, it's just part of it. But I feel like, you know, when someone comes up with something and it becomes a wave and everyone runs it, you know, uses it, it's because someone actually took the courage to try it and see if it worked.
That's true.
You know, if we're all going to be afraid and wait for someone else to do it, imagine what doesn't get done.
That's true.
So again, I tried it. It's worked, and it's been working for a year. Again, I still buy the authentic stuff.
Yeah.
But certain builds, like this one, the Mini Cooper, that's got a knockoff blow valve in it. If it was easy to access, I would show you. But, you know, that's running on a knockoff blow valve. And to me, it was like, this isn't a super, I'm not going for sevens. I'm not going for, although I did get the record wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah.
So certain things I budgeted on, in the blow valve being one of them, only because of my past experiences, knowing that it works.
Right.
Until it doesn't work, why am I going to change it?
That's true.
You know,
that's true. I would think
like, what do they say? If it ain't broken, don't fix it, right?
Yeah.
To me, luckily, I've gotten away with, you know, the knockoff blow valves.
Is that the only thing that you use? Have you ever tried turbos?
I've done
nowadays.
Nowadays, no.
Okay.
Nowadays, no, only because, you know, I've taken my projects and racing, you know, more serious, and I want them to last. And, you know, you don't want to cheap out on a turbo. You know, I've seen them now like as low as like $150. I don't know what power they'll put down, but you can get a turbo that cheap from eBay, slap it on. But it's like, do you really want that failing on, you know, you spend like $5,000 building your motor, or even more. I mean, that's on the low end, but do you want a couple $100 turbo ruining that? To me, it's not worth it, at least not for the builds that I do now. You know, I make decent money now, so I can afford to spend the extra money on a legitimate turbo. But, you know, back then, you know, I did run knockoff stuff more so than real.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's how a lot of us start.